Says I am live. The audio clarity is pretty nice, I think. It is never. So basically, I just asked a friend, and I said, "Do you learn chess?" And he said that he likes to play so much chess, but he do not have time to play it. So d4 is played, and then I thought about it, and I got to know that it is not always about time. It is about the discipline that you create. If you want to do something, you can do, regardless that you have time or not. So d4 is played. In response, the game is aborted. Let's play a new one. 1187 rated player. If I win, I get +6 here, and if I lose, I lose -10. The game is aborted again. I don't know what's happening. I think you get 15 seconds to move for the first move. Okay, 1108 it says, and the first move has been played. Let's go for Sicilian here. Okay, so what it does, it creates a sense of atmosphere that you know you're opening pretty well, and this is what happens. And now what will happen if I play this? He'll take, and then the basic opening is about Sicilian is that you want to trade your flag pawn for the center pawn. This is the main reason why you play Sicilian. Okay, player d4 is undefended at this moment. You can just go for accelerated dragon. Why dragon? Because it creates a sense of dragon kind of a thing. That's why it is called dragon. Chess is not always about the moves, it is about the opponent, how you hit him in his head and not on the board. The person is thinking because maybe he is not prepared for these moves. He is thinking, what if there is some sudden traps in the opening itself and he do not knows it, and he will fall for it. The match is almost equal. It says Australia defense hyper accelerated dragon variation. You just do not need to know much about it. See, now he has played d4, and if I take, he is going to take with this pawn. Okay, now what you can do, you can just play here, creating a sense here. Okay, now you just take here. You got to take with his knight, of course. Okay, and now you take out your knight. If he take, that's very well. You can just take with this pawn, so that he cannot capture your king, and then you have to lose your castle, right? That is the basic main plan. That if he takes here on this knight, you take with the b pawn, so that you get your knight to this or this location. He took, of course. Then you can just take with this pawn. Why? If you have here in this case, if you have if you have taken here with the which one, d pawn, what would happen if he takes now, and if you take with the d pawn, now your bishop is there barring your rook to come out, and in this case your opponent will switch exchange just exchange of queens, and then you will have to take with the king and lose your castling rights. That's why taking with b pawn is better. Now I'll just take out my knight here. He'll probably do this. Before playing this knight, I should have played d6 so that I get an space to get my knight here. No, he did not do this. So basically I'll just play this move and he'll just push. Now we see that this he has played d f4, which kind of open this diagonal, which can be used at the later stage. If I was what, I would have simply pushed this pawn and threatened to take this knight. Because what is my plan? My plan is to go bishop to this side and then castle. But if he goes here, I'll simply take, he takes, and then this, there will be a undefended pawn at e5, and that will be a major threat. Again, that is, here's the same story again. If I cannot take with this pawn here, why? Because if I take with this pawn, again the queen exchange would take place, and I have to take with the king here, and my castling right would be over. The opponent is not playing. He'll auto resign in 1 minute and 15 seconds. I think he disconnected. Yes, a minute after a minute. Yes, back to the story. I asked him, what do you do whole day? Do you don't watch reels on Instagram and YouTube shorts? And he said, the time passes by and you don't realize while watching reels. I said, you have so much of time while playing reels and do not have time to play a game that too you are interested in. If you do not have interest in chess, and then you can say that I do not have an interest, so why would I play chess? That's fine, but that person is saying that he have a lot of interest in chess, yet he do not find time to play it. That's just hypocrisy. I would use that word. And he played e5. That's actually the correct move in this situation, and I can simply go here or here, and if he takes with this pawn, then I am simply going to take with my king pawn, and that would enable me. Okay, now I can simply just take my knight in to d7, and followed by the next move would be I would just take, and he would take, and he would take back with this pawn. I would take with this knight. Okay, and I'll put this here, pressuring this diagonal. He has to take at some point of time, I think. And if he takes, my fianchetted bishop gets a good dark diagonal to attack this side. His knight will be under threat, and then this pawn, and then this rook if queen moves. So yes, the match is going pretty fine at this moment. He is asking me for a draw. I won't accept that. I'll let him play. And then he played. He asked me for a queen. And then I'll just castle here. He's again asking me for a draw. Why would I take a draw? I want to play and not doing draw things. I just again cancel, and he just asked me to do this. Well, I'll just hope him to take it and give me away here. Why not? Okay, so he just want to break through the center. Okay, I completely missed this move, and now he wants to take away this g pawn. If I take, my king safety would decrease. I let him, because then I can just take with this h pawn, and although this h file would be open and it would come with some threats, and let's see what happens. I'll just take, he'll take most probably. Or he can just put his bishop here. Yes. That's how you play. Lining up on e file. If he tries to take this, I'll simply grab it with my king. If he takes this, then also I'll take with my king. But if I get a chance, I'm going to grab this bishop here, and he has to take with his queen, and I'll take with the rook, threatening a check, and then he'll lose his rights for the castle. And hopefully he'll do it. And if he tries to castle at this point, then also this bishop hangs. So this is the tactic I'm going for. Let's see what he plays. Most probably he will try to give some checks here. If he takes with this, then most probably I'll take with this king, and no sudden checks are coming right now. Why am I not giving this check from h4 is because if I go for a check here, he'll get a check, but soon you will see that he'll push his g pawn forward to g3, and then I won't have anything rather to move my queen back. So I'll simply take, because this is already pinned. He cannot move because of this king being in the line of the attack. And now this bishop comes out, which enables him to castle to the shorter side. I'll do nothing. I'll just sit around back and threatening to take this pawn. This knight must move back so that this pawn can be guarded. I think he'll castle, or he can castle both sides, any side. If he castles right away, I'll just grab this free bishop, and we can win from here. This is what Accelerated London does to you. I was going for the tactic, and I was waiting for him to do this move, and I just took. Okay, I got a bishop here. Okay, what his plans are that if I take here, I'll give a check, and he can take with this rook, and in that case, if I do not move my rook here, see, we can see that this is blocked by the bishop. Okay, so my king do not have an escape to go up, and if this rook suddenly comes down, he was thinking maybe I'll move my queen away, and he any other side, and he'll just rub down to my rook on e file, and then he'll give a check, and my king cannot go up, so that would be game over. But he missed it, that if I give him a check, then I'll take his queen, and that would be a check. So check, the king has to compulsorily move. Either he'll take by the king, or he'll take by the rook. Either case I'll just jump around and take this rook. He'll have to take back with this rook, threatening again the mate, and then I'll move this up so that I can have my king space here, and I'll be a piece up. So that should be winning. Let's see. I give a check, and now he cannot take this rook. Why? Because he has to move somewhere. If he takes with the king, or he takes with the rook. If he takes with the rook, that would be another mistake, because then again I'll exchange this rook, and he will have to take with the king, because no, then he won't be able to take. Funny enough, He has to take this with the king. Yes. Now if I capture here, he has to capture back. Let's just take. Now he has 3 pieces and I have 4. Now he is threatening to come down here on the e file and give a check. While this h7 pawn is blocked, these all squares will be blocked and that would be mate. So easiest way I can do is to put my knight here. He do not have a pawn on f, so he cannot threaten this to move. Also my bishop here is covering this spot, so that could be an easy way to play. Another thing I can do, I can simply take my bishop out. And by this I'll enable my rook to cover this space, and then there won't be anything nasty happening anytime soon. This pawn is playing very well because he is taking away both the squares for the knight to come and join the party. So this remains. I cannot push this. So if I push here, then I am not willing to push this pawn up, my c6 pawn, because of these 2 squares being used up. So I prefer to move here maybe. Let's see what can we do. Okay, so this sounds great. I'm attacking this bishop for an exchange at this point, and now the way for the rook is also blocked. I don't see a move unless he tries to go h4 h5 and attack my bishop along the way. I'll simply come out with my bishop and try to attack somewhere, except a draw. Again, since it is offering a draw and I won't take it, I'll just message him, no draw. There you go. I just sent him a message, no draw. Let's see if he wants to play, or he could resign. That's the main point of the Sicilian. The game will be opened up, there will be imbalances, and some way around the middle game you will get some tactic to play on, and hopefully you'll get a piece around that, and white will suffer. That's what I was thinking. He'll just push these pawns too hard, and now I can just move my bishop. Yes, that's the move. Why? Because he pushes. I'll simply grab this, and I'm just blocking this vacate for the king and the rook to move. I'll just put my king into the party, rook to the party, and just attack along the way. And he's just again and again offering me draws and draws and draws, although I have texted him and he resigned. That was the game. Very well. Let's go for the new match. Okay, new beginning, 11-2-3, elite division. JRN23 comes with the match, and he played again d4. e4 is played, sorry. I can go with the Sicilian, but I'll try Scandian this time. This is Scandinavian defense. If he takes, I can just take with my queen, but in this case I won't take. Okay, so he plays d4 himself and gambiting a pawn at e4. Okay, very well. So the plan was that when he played d4, this was the plan. If he takes, I won't take it, because if I take, there would be a tempo gain by this knight coming to here, c3, and then attacking my queen over here. But in this match, I was looking to just get my knight out at g6, attacking this pawn. But this did not happen. this came out. Played with the d4. I can simply take. There's no harm in taking a pawn here, I think. Then there would be ways to counter here. Let's take. I don't think there are much to do because his e4 pawn was hanging, so I don't think it was a gambit. Okay, he attacked. I can just play this, saved my pawn here, and I hope f3. I was looking to play f3 maybe, but f3 is a very poor move at this situation because it saves this pawn for some time or attacks a pawn for some time, but then your king would be weak, so it is not good to play that move, not at all. I'll rather say it is poor. At this situation, what I'm planning, I'm planning to move my c pawn now and threatening to take this. If he capture back the pawn, I'll simply grab his queen. And what would happen by taking the queen, he will have to lose his castling right, but no, for now time being his knight is here saving this, so that move won't work. Let's see how can I proceed from here. I'll simply move my c pawn and if I move my c pawn here and he can, you have to always think what is the opponent's move. So if I play c6, he can capture, then I'll capture with my knight. Then again the same move to me. If I capture with the knight, he is going to take back the queen here and my queen is undefended. I have to take with the king and then I would lose my castling right, which would hurt my game in the long run. Alright, what can we play? Okay, we can try e2, e6 here, and if we take, we can do this, but again the same thing happening here. Same thing is happening here. Okay. Okay, what you can do, I can simply just maybe take my bishop out and then just push, and if he takes, okay, I'll just grab the queen there. That is the move. That can be played with c3 also. If I move and he takes, I'll take the queen and his knight will go back, and then I'll simply come out with my knight. That looks nice. Let's play. He can also push, by the way. If he pushes, I'll simply take this with my queen. Why not with the pawn? Because then again, that would be an undefended pawn, has to be defended by queen always, either it falls. Because it has to be pushed, and there can't be this bishop along the line to save this. So why do I play 15-10? It gives you much time to think the next move. Okay, and plus it won't lead to play quick moves, because playing it would lead to blunders as well at this level. And also if I have to stream, I cannot play that, although many good players, many high streamers do that, but at this level I am not comfortable with that. I'll simply take this queen, and now he'll have to capture. He can capture with the knight. Okay, he'll have to capture with the knight. He can capture with the king, but the same thing was happening, that he will have to lose his castling rights again and again. I am telling that. And now if I have to capture, I can take with this pawn, or I can take with the knight. At the long run, that knight looks pretty nice because I'll develop my knight, and at the same time I won't have a undefended pawn here in case I take with this pawn. But the problem is that if I take with this knight, this bishop is coming along the way to attack me, this pinning this knight here, but that looks very nasty. I'll just grab it. It looks like the white is completely undeveloped at this moment, but these two pawns, there are no two pawns, both the center pawns of the white are lost. I have a center pawn here. I can simply push and he'll take, and I'll have to take back. That is what the plan is, but I won't go for it because I'll just go for quick development in this case. I want to develop my pieces here quickly. I'll just develop. I get through my bishop out, and if you take, I'll take with the bishop, and my bishop will be eyeing to this rook on this area. And now my plans are to push this and take my bishop out somewhere, threatening to take this f pawn, and then I'll just simply castle. I'll move my this to the party, and then we will win. As simple as that. Okay, play this move. Okay, so now I can go here. Why? Because if he takes, I won't take with the king. That is a very important strategy along the match. If I take with the king, I'll lose my castling rights. I have a knight here just to save this move, and along the way my tactic is to go forward to d4, threatening this exchange with the bishop, and I am threatening to take c2, giving a fork to the king and the rook. Let's go. What would he play? The most easiest move, easy looking move, is to take on d7, ignoring this knight and thinking that the king would have to take, and I'll lose my castling rights, and then my king would be stuck in the center, and then his rook would come out and knights will attack along the way. There are open two files, and most probably I'll be checkmated. But he ignored the fact that the knight is on f6, which safeguards the position d7 at this moment. Alright, let's move. How much do I get after I win this match? Alright, this is a completely even match, as he took it. As I said, he took it, and I'll take with this knight. Simple as that. Now, when you understand along the way how the match is being played, you understand the opponent, and when you read the opponent along the way, that helps. Why? Because you are ready for their moves. I was ready for this move in the time he was thinking. I'm streaming and he was thinking. So what I can do, I can simply push this e5 here, guarding my knight over here at d4, and which will enable my bishop to come out and attack this king in the long run. What my opponent is planning is to push this and threaten my king to knight to go away. I cannot capture this pawn over here because his knight sits. What I can plan is to take away this knight maybe in the near future, or threaten him to move, and if he moves I can capture it. Let's see how this goes. I'll simply push. My e4 pawn is hanging at this moment. I'll have to do something about it because this is a point of attack and white will sure target that pawn. What is white looking to do? White just defended this pawn and he took out his bishop, trying to castle on the longer side. Very well. Okay, I was hoping to give a check from here, but he just blocked this move. And okay, let's attack it once again with this rook. I'm attacking it again because if I take with this, he will have to take with the rook, and I'll take with my rook, and that would give me, okay, he just castled. Why is that a mistake? Because that pawn is pinned. And if I go here with the check, the king has to move. The king castled on the longer side, knowing the fact that this pawn has been pushed to a4. This looks winning, but I have to find the correct move here. Where is the correct move? I cannot go here because this knight, I do not have a white bishop to capture at this point. Okay, where is the winning move? Where is the winning move? Okay, this is undefended. We can simply attack along the lines. Both of us do not have white moves. Yes, my king is still at the center. I'm not castling because that would waste a move. Why to waste a move when you're not under the threat of getting checkmated or getting a check near soon? Now the queens are out of the board. White bishops are out of the board. So castling would just waste a move at this time. Meanwhile, I can attack to the king's side. These two pieces are not doing much. White is playing with these three pieces. I have already three pieces lined for the king. I can take any time I want my bishop to the king's side. I can castle and take my rook along the king's side, and this looks winning. I still have 8 minutes and 38 seconds on the board while white have 12 minutes. That was what I was thinking. He just saved this pawn because it was under attack by this knight. But did he? If I take this pawn and give a check, there is no other way to move the king. Why? Because this is a pinned pawn. Which one? This is a pinned pawn. That is the correct move here. He cannot move it. He cannot move it. Now this also hangs. I'll simply move back and then this will hang. Okay, let's move back for a while. My knight is sitting at d4, is not going to move anytime soon because this is a great outpost. What sound was that? I just go and close it. Nothing much. That was just the kitchen door. Wind is blowing so fast, obviously. Okay, my timer is running. What is the move? Okay, he just pushed it. Now pushing it again and again is just weakening the white's king. That is all he is doing. Now let's see what can we do. Okay, we can just go here. Yes, we can go here. Why not? And now we can just put our bishop here. That would be a great attack. And this pawn is hanging. I'm just thinking why GRN 2022 is not resigning yet. The king is under massive attack. Or what I can do, I can simply exchange my knight with this bishop and I'll be 2 pawns up. I'll just take this pawn and this would be hanging in it near soon. Okay, let's take this. Alright, give a check. King has to move, king has to come up. Okay, give a check again. Now, these two lines, A file and B file, are completely empty, and when two pawns run together down the line, it's just devastating. Oh, I just saw a great outpost. Oh my god. I'm threatening to go for check here. I'm threatening to take this pawn here. Once this rook move, oh my god. This is just not good conditions and with the white is playing. He's threatening to take this pawn here. Um, well, this pawn is hanging, and then I can castle and bring my rook out. If I take, he is going to take his rook out. That is what he is looking to do. Knight out. And if I don't take, he is anyway going to take me along the lines. And if I take, my knight would hang, so I cannot take it. If I can't take it, I can take this pawn that was freely available, and I took it. And you can simply come here. I was thinking to go here and give a check, but then he can come here. You always have to think what the opponent is going to move, and if he moves, he will be threatening to take my rook and my knight at the same time. So that not looks very promising. He can simply give a check here, but then he will move. He cannot move up, so he will move down. Let's say if I go this side, I'm threatening to take this pawn, knight, and I'm threatening to take this pawn. Let's see how white responds. I have 6 minutes on the clock and the opponent has 12 minutes. What would you do of all this time when the match gets over? As soon as that, I just don't want to get back rated, so this is the most appropriate time. When I take, now is another piece is hanging. This was hanging and I don't know he gets it. I think the opponent will resign. Resign. That's all white can do. I'll get a +8 and I'll move to 1132. Now he is attacking my knight again. My knight is defended, very well defended here by this bishop. And oh, I can just fork both of them. I can go here and I can fork both of them, but then he'll go with a check and then I'll have to move, and that would become nasty. So what I'm planning, I have to do a castle for now, so that would do. I think I have 4 pieces and the white have 3 pieces. I was like 7 pawns and he have just 3. I am 3 pawn up and a piece up. This match is not going anywhere unless I do something very dumb. But I'm not dumb. I think so. This match is winning. It generally takes around 30 minutes to finish a match. Okay, so he did this. And what can I do right now? I'll just do this maybe. Yes, I'll just do this, saving this right now. He can come along this and this maybe. Okay, he did this, thinking for an exchange right now, but then this is saving the day, so I'm not getting anything real soon. I cannot castle right away. Okay, he's threatening to take this pawn and he's threatening to take this rook as well. Oh my dear. Well. Just go here, why not? Take this pawn and he'll take this with a check. Okay, I move. He can come with a check here, but that is not possible, that is guarded. His knight is already under fire. There is nothing, not much he can do right now. I can anytime give a check and then the king has to move to this side, and then I can simply pounce to this square, forking both of the rook, and I'll take one of the rooks for sure. This time he can move to this position or this position. Yes, he moved to this position again, asking to take this, but I can now, there's a great move I have, that I can just come here and then again fork these two pieces right away, and there is no way he is going to guard that. Let's move. He can drop this down, but he'll simply lose a rook. He is losing a rook right now as well. He can come here and save this rook, or he can give a check and OBS reconnection is successful. Alright. Why is not my timer working? Okay, Wi-Fi is connecting. Why? What is happening there? Okay, the move chess.com is reconnected. So this was the last move that I played. I am forking both these rooks. The opponent should resign now. He did not. He asked me to move from here, and that would give me a checkmate for sure, because then I miss this move. Once I take this, there is nothing coming out. He is thinking that if he thinks me and I put here, I'll be captured by the knight. If I takes here, I'll be captured by the knight. But he forgot that move, that I can take this move. Here the rook. And what will he do? He will do nothing. He was thinking maybe he can put his rook to d8 and then he'll just give me check here, and both these positions are occupied by the knight. So he'll give me a checkmate. But that's not going to be the way. I'll just take this rook and force him to resign. Let's see what he plays. He cannot come to this slot. He cannot come to this position. I mean, e3 is blocked. d4 is booked. This is yes, this is a slot where he can come. Now this is attacked. Okay, why is he attacking this? Because he just want to come along this line and then do whatever is left. Well, let's ask him to move. If I put it here, it'll go down here, right? Is there a better way to play? I can come here, saving this. do not have a way to like pounce on these two pawns. I'm just asking to move, but then he'll come along this. This looks bad as well. Then I can come up. No, I cannot come up because my rook is under attack. I can just move this. I think that should be enough. Now I had to think about making this knight go away from this position. How is the question? I cannot go up, my king cannot go up. You just have to move somewhere, or I can push my pawn up. That's the easiest way. I can push my pawn up and I'll put my king up, and that's it. I have blocked the way out for this rook anyway, and we still have 3 minutes on the clock. We have so many pawns. We can go down queen 8 and check him out soon. I just want this knight to move away on some black position so that I can move my bishop out, and meanwhile I'll give a check and I'll fork this knight as well. Okay, so he moves out of the box, and then what I can do, I'll just save this position. Let's just save this position. Now the rook cannot come down. That's it. Okay, he again move to this slot. I'll simply grab this pawn. There is nothing he can do. Nothing. Okay, so he move down, and I can do that's a simple exchange that we can do. Give a check, he has to oblige, and I'll simply take. That's the best thing he can do, or I'll take this knight for free. I don't have an issue with that. And if the king moves after that here, suppose he'll attack with the two pieces. No, he do not goes for that, and he asked me to take this knight for free. I'll take it. He might think to go down and take one of these pawns, and he resigns. Alright, that was all for today. See you next time. Bye bye. Have a great day.